Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first F1 Grand Prix in the F1 2020 My Team career mode on this channel. That was a monsoon. Blimmin' monsoon! Look at it! This is not an easy way to start. There's us in our lovely looking Jordan car with our purple helmet. Oh no. Complete a lap around to set some data. About to start our flying lap, and as you can see, it's treacherous, absolutely treacherous around this track. Fingers crossed we can go and do something useful, you know, just put in a competitive lap to see where we are with this car, with our Renault engine. Jordan Renault for the season. This car is very, very difficult to drive. In the wet. You can barely put any sort of throttle input down. And as you can imagine, it's quite difficult on a controller. I do have a wheel, but I have not been able to program it yet. I've got a Ferrari 458 Spider, I believe it is. And if anyone knows the configuration I need to make it feel usable, please let me know in the comments, because I haven't figured it out yet. So I'm using my pad for now until I can figure out the configuration I need to make it drivable. Because sometimes it's a bit too sensitive, and other times it's not as sensitive as I want it to be. It just doesn't feel right at the moment. And as you can see, we're fighting the car all around the circuit here, hoping to put a competitive lap in. And as I mentioned before, we are on 90% AI difficulty. We need to change it at any point we can. Just tentative on the throttle. Coming around the penultimate corner, this corner is always a nightmare for me. Fighting the car all around the final corner. Get on the throttle nice and early, get down the line. Where are we sitting? We're going to be hitting a 1 minute 41.9. Now I'm pretty sure that's not very good. We beat the TV, but I don't think we beat anybody else. I think it's only the TV we beat. But we're going to go for another lap here, see if we can go a little bit quicker now the tyres are warmer. Pinpoint it around this lap. So much better. We're half a second up already, this early into the lap. Says a lot about the warmth of the tyres into the second lap. Nearly a second up. We're over a second up now. This is looking like... Went onto the grass there. It's looking like a promising lap, this one. As I opened my mouth and nearly cocked it up. Come on. Look down nice and early, get on the throttle. We're losing time, as you can see in the top corner. The delta is just dropping and dropping. Turn a little bit early, it's going to tell us off, but we can just about get away with that. Come on, brake nice and hard into this corner. Try and get in and out as quick as you can. Brilliant. So it might be on inters by the end of this session, so Jeff just told us. The rain is getting lighter, but the track's going to dry out nice and early. So we might be switching to the inters. So let's just put in a competitive lap here on the wet with 1.6 seconds faster than our previous lap. We've even beat Raikkonen. We've gone up to P4 with that lap. That is very, very good. It was enough to get through. Okay, lovely. We've scraped through here, Nick de Vries down in 19th place, we're up in 13th. And no one else improved actually. Okay, interesting. Very interesting that is. Right, let's advance then. Let's get into Q2. Five seconds faster than what I'd done in the first qualifying that lap was. One I just seen come up at the very top there. Fighting the car through there, through the little chicane. This high-speed right-hand corner has always been a death of me on every F1 I always end up somehow going wide or spinning and losing control, hitting the barrier. Nearly lost it there. It's not the... Hopefully I won't need to use many because I would like to turn them off in the long run. Got a lot of signs right in front of us. Moves out the way beautifully! Oh dear. I completely lost control. I tried to go around signs, but decided to turn sharply when I went past him. Don't know why I decided to do that. Definitely my fault. Signs was minding his own business, staying out of my way. Let's go from here. That's better. Come on, keep it on the track. It's a bit slippery around here because you've got all the white lines from the road markings and the wet as well, so it just makes it really treacherous. But we're going to come around, we're going to set a lap. It's going to be quicker than Kvyat, you know. 1:36.1, that is quick. To be fair, actually, DRS is a neighbour. We might have smashed this. We might be in Q3 on our first qualifying. Come on. Alright, we're just trying to set a lap here, Jeff. With a chance of being in Q3. Once we drive a nice smooth lap, we'll be okay. We're already going quicker. It's not the difficulties, I think it's the fact it's changeable conditions that's given us a good chance here to be high up the grid. Because if it's a dry race, I can just see us slipping backwards. Purple because we're the only car on dry tyres at the correct time. Purple first sector. Can we get a purple second sector? I would hope so. Fighting the car through all these corners at this moment. We're just trying to go purple for the first time, and it'll be great in the first weekend as well to be purple at least one session. That is beautiful through there. From green through the second sector. Must still be slightly damp through there compared to the rest of the track. Trying to keep it on the road now. Trying to keep it on the tarmac. Becoming a little bit more difficult through this section. Get the throttle down nice and early. Put your foot down. Get on the DRS. See where we're going to be as we cross the line. We're going to go P1 for now. I believe we have ended Q2 in P1. That is unbelievable, guys. I'm so happy to be top of one session. We've managed it in our first weekend as an F1 driver. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing how we've done this already. Yes, it was a changeable conditions weekend, but we have already managed to top a second. Let's see what kind of lap we can do here. First bone dry lap. That felt really smooth through there. We can ride the curve now it's dry. Come on. Push the limits of this car, see what we can get away with. We feel really quick through here. We are on it! This feels like a really smooth lap. Come on, little Jordan. You've got this. really smooth lap. Come on, come on. Where are we going to put ourselves with this lap? We're going to be P8 for now. We're going to move out of the way and just let Lewis Hamilton go. P8? I'll take P8.
Hamilton,
1.3 seconds
Alexander
off
Albon.
First.
Goodbye for now then.
We've beat Lando Norris and Esteban Ocon on full
Make sure to join us again for Lights Out
us and
tomorrow.
Norris, not much to separate between us, which is nice. So yeah, it's going to be fun. This is going to be really fun. Looking forward to this race, guys. I'm going to get into it, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. Hopefully there'll be a lot of highlights to show you. If not, just cut it out.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. The weather hasn't been ideal in qualifying. What's your take on it?
At this level, you have to be able to perform in all weather conditions.
It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum?
The car feels fantastic on this track. We'll be able to carry... yes, go with the car feels fantastic.
Appreciate your time.
It's finally time once again to begin what promises to be another thrilling season of Formula One action. Pre-season times, subject of so much discussion in recent weeks, mean nothing now, as the cars line up to battle it out for points once again. So let's get this season underway. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track when it comes to overtakes. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One, and yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Bottas, Charles Leclerc and Vettel, Ricciardo, Buchan, Norris and Esteban Ocon, Sainz, Perez, Kimi Raikkonen and Grosjean, Stroll, Kvyat, Kevin Magnussen and Antonio Giovinazzi, De Vries, Russell, Gasly and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So Crofty just ran us through the grid, he ran us through all the build-up, and we're starting in P8. I still cannot believe we're starting in P8. Unbelievable position to be in for us. And fingers crossed we can turn it into a points finish. I doubt it though, but let's hope for the best. 5 lights, and away we go! We've had an interesting start. Are we going to get past Sebastian Vettel into the first corner? We're alongside him, to be fair. We've passed Vettel, we've passed Ricciardo into the first corner. How have we done that? We're into 6th place. That was an amazing start actually for us, to be fair. Into P6 already, and now we're just probably going to be defending for the rest of the game, but let's just keep attacking while we can, while everyone else is struggling early on in this race. Try and take advantage of it. Thought about a move down on Charles Leclerc. I didn't touch him. I don't know why it's a did not touch the guy. Ran a little bit wide. Just feed our way into this race now after this first lap. Fingers crossed things will go smoothly. But that was an unbelievable start, must be fair. I got the bite point in the clutch on the start perfect as well. But as you can see, we're already losing touch on the cars in front. It's a matter of time before Vettel passes us as well. We are going to be defending for this entirety of this race. I can just feel it already. We haven't got a quick enough car to be going forward. We're probably just going backwards. But let's just show what kind of driver we are and how we can defend. We battle him because we're running the Renault power unit and we don't want to annoy who gives us an engine to actually be in this race. But we do keep him behind us, which is good. I don't think we'll be able to hold him off for much longer. The understeer in this car is starting to be really bad. We're not going to go into Rich, we're not going to go into overtakes, no need. He's going to DRS his way past us and there goes Ricardo. Probably won't see him for the rest of the race now, that's him done. And Vettel's coming at us now. We're in trouble. The quick cars are coming through now. The quick cars are making their way past us. Nearly lost me there. Perez is out. Perez is out. Is that going to bring a safety car out? If it does, I might go onto hards. It hasn't though. Okay. Got a long way to go with this car before we really compete for points. We're just going to let Vettel go. There's not a lot we can do about him. He's in a Ferrari and he's way too fast for us. Now Lando Norris is coming at us. We're just a sitting duck for all these quicker cars at this point. We're just going to move to this side. We're just going to worry about our own race. Lando Norris just drives into us. Fantastic. Yeah, that was a bit of a good. Now Esteban Ocon's the next one to try and have a go at us. I don't see us holding on to any points in this race unless a strategy or something comes up that helps us massively. There goes Ocon, but we're just going to try and hold it around the outside of him. We do amazingly to keep that position. What an overtake that is. Oh, he's done a cutback. Okay. And there goes the points, guys. We're down to P11. Even Raikkonen's having a go at us. We're trying to defend. Look at that for an overtake. He's done a cutback on us, though, the wily old fox. We didn't hit him. I don't know where the game has just come out. We hit him. We just made contact there, though, with Stroll. It's a bit scrappy. Lining up a movie on Kimi. Should be able to get him down the next DRS straight, is the plan here. Just coming back at him after he overtook us. Just got a lot of oversteer there into the first part of that chicane. A lot of oversteer. Stick to the road. Need a bit more. We're struggling to stay on the track at this point. Slow entry to the pits there as well. We need to sort our life out. We're really struggling here. get out of this pits and see what we can do. Right, let's see what these hard tyres can do. I haven't been on them yet. So stay with me for this outlap and then come back if anything interesting happens. I can already feel the grip difference. We've already got lots more grip right now. As I run wide. I just don't think this car is as good as I want to be able to drive it. That's my issue. I'm driving it like I was driving a Mercedes or a Ferrari or a Red Bull, you know? I've got to drive it more like I'm driving a slow Jordan, so you just come back into the sport. So I've got to drive it. I don't know how I managed to save that and keep that out of the barriers, but bloody hell. Russell's in the pits. We're going to be passing George Russell, so that's something. We're not last anymore. Here we are, we're coming around this corner and we're going to be passing a couple of people. We are in front of DeFries, but only just actually. And we're behind Grosjean, who was behind us before the pit stops. Homing in on Grosjean now. We can see him in front of us and we're going to go for it as soon as we get a chance. We've got warm hard tyres. He's just come out of the pits on his. I think we can get him now. If not, then on the DRS. I think we can get on this DRS straight. Overtake Rich Mix, DRS. Outbrake him and easy move into P15. And we're pulling away as well, so that's perfect. Oh, in the pits, Carlos Sainz and Lance Stroll. We're passing both of them, which is lovely. We're back to P11. We're into P11, which is decent. It'll also be nice to know, guys, would you rather see the full race, or would you rather see edited cutouts? If it's the full race, I'll do more talking. But if it's just edited, like some of the interesting parts, then I will, you know, just do as I am right now, just commentate when something's happening or when I want to talk about something. I mean, just let me know, guys. That'll be very interesting to know. And I'll do whichever one's the most popular. Also, I could shrink the races as well if you want, or I can leave them at 50%. Let me know, really, guys. I'm interested. Albon is out of the session. Albon is out of the session. Distracted me. And that's what happened to Albon. He's just blown up on the side of the road. Final lap of the race. As Jeff said, final lap of the race. Finally, be over. As you can see, literally saw nothing for about 10 laps because barely anything has happened. Whatever's happened, I have brought to you, but I've practically been driving around. Verstappen's won the Red Bull. Final few corners, just taking it easy, tiptoeing. We're losing a lot of time to Raikkonen behind us, but in our first race, in a new team, on a new game, we're gonna come through and get a P9! P9, 2 points, over the moon with that. Brilliant performance. Absolutely brilliant performance. You could wish for more in your first race in a team. We get a point, 2 points in fact. Not just 1 point, we got 2 points. That is a ridiculous finish for us.
We've witnessed some great
Red Bull
battles
do
on the
get the
streets of
victory
Melbourne today,
with Max
and they've
Verstappen
taken a
standing on
fantastic
top of the
win.
grid, top of the podium.
Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red
Verstappen
Bull
won,
team.
Bottas second.
They performed
and Sebastian
exceptionally
Vettel
today,
third.
keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
I do want to risk that music because I don't know if it's copyrighted or not.
And after this round of the World Championship,
Somehow we didn't get driver of the day.
Look in the driver's
Done
table.
amazingly
Today's performance
finishing
means
ninth
Max Verstappen now owns the top spot in the
It's
Drivers'
27.4.
Championship. Some amazing talents
Our
out on the
teammate
track
done
today.
29.0.
But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event. I know that's at odds with the official decision, but I think they deserve some recognition on a day where both of these drivers are at the top of their game.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes moved to the top of
Let's
the...
go and talk to, is it Emma? I believe we're going to have to talk to Emma after this race and talk about how we did well. Did we enjoy ourselves?
That was
Here
an
we go.
exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret?
It's about having a good team and a good car.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it? You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
The car didn't feel like it had enough downforce.
Appreciate your time.
But that is where we're going to leave today's episode. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed the first look at F1 2020 on my channel. First time I've been able to get it on the channel. Our team reputation's gone up to 3. And I really do hope you guys have enjoyed this. And if you really did, leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe for more F1, for more Football Manager, for FIFA 21 when it comes out. And I've been Chris12LFC, and I'll see you